Hello everybody, it's Mystic, and welcome back to my library. This is another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, and we are up to the next dungeon, which is called the Aitiascope. So we're going to be doing that. It's going to be Trust. I was surprised. I thought we were getting to a trial, because we have not had one since Zodiark, which was back in like level 83. So I was a little surprised. I thought that that's what we were going towards. But yeah, let's get started on this. So you're telling me somebody in the forum has to do this every time they want to talk to Hydaelyn? Wow, that's some dedication right there. The Aitiascope. Look at how pretty this place is.
All seems in order with the lens. And I trust you can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Those things are pure malcontent. The residue of lives unfulfilled.
They kind of remind me of Sin Eaters. Oh my gosh, this place is so cool looking. I know I say that every time I go to a dungeon, but hello? Whoa! Are we going down there? This is so cool. Ilberd? Hello?
You're mine!
Oh, that was Toop Samadhi that was attacking. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So we were fighting Ilberd, and then Toop Samadhi appears and basically, like, gets rid of him for us. That was really cool. You cannot take this from me. Never will I surrender my devotion, my love. Livia. Livia? Livia? Wait a minute, that name sounds familiar. Livia Sas something or other? Right? I believe she's a Garlean. My Lord Gaius. Yeah, Livia is
of ether. It will guide you.
Is a Garlean. Whoa.
The ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
Oh, I hope not. Whoa. Oh no. Oh, he buffed us. Oh, Siobhan, thank you. Okay. Lord Ben Baelsar, again, I fail you. You didn't fail him. That was but a shade. Okay, so that must have been something to do with Van Baelsar, but I don't remember that. I think that was back in ARR, and so, like, it's been a very long time since I've done that. I can't remember it. Whee! Oh, there's another gold orb, so let's see who this is. The light is truly... I wonder if that's Minfilia. Showing us the way once more. It's gotta be Minfilia. Aww. Aw, it is Minfilia. Hey, here we go. Final boss. Let's see who it is. I guess is Emmett Selk, but I'm not positive.
So headstrong. Stubborn to the last.
Doesn't sound like him, though. Wait, it's Amon.
As you go. Oblivion beckons.
It's Amon / Fandaniel. Amon the Undying. Okay, we're fighting him again. Is that... Shiva! Okay. Fandaniel is dead again. Now stay down.
Lies. All lies. Your dreams. Your hopes. Your futures. Delusions and lies.
Where are you going? What the hell? Is he seriously still alive?
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
Leave this to her.
Come to deal the coup de grace.
Well, not yet.
Good. Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
Have you any memories of Meteon? I have to ask that one. I know we could ask about Hermes too, but...
How would you know that name?
It's a long story.
Then it was you. In Elpis. With Amitselk. The final pieces fall into place.
How do you know that? I thought your memory was erased.
In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories.
Is he thinking about his time as Hermes?
But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos. Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul. Death failed to expunge them. No matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next.
This explains a lot about why Fandaniel is the way that he is. If you had to relive that over and over and over again...
I wonder, is Amitselk adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis?
I think he already knew.
How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amarok in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly. But make no mistake, my life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end. I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall, to become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death. So I ask you, why live at all? We betray, we torment, we murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception. If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery? Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand. It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution! That is my truth. My answer to the question. And yet, even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way?
Medion.
After all these years. Is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last. Fandaniel. Still clinging to existence, I see.
Why does that also sound like Fandaniel?
You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I. We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns.
Is that Hermes?
Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Asahi?
Oh, actually Asahi this time?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you.
It's actually Asahi.
Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist.
So he's big mad that he was turned into a... I mean, I guess I understand that.
But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos. I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance.
Oh, there's his face.
Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus, even should you be reborn. Your desperate search for answers must start again.
Next time we will find the answer together. I don't know what one to say. I'll say I'll do what must be done.
And what might that be? My wish is all but granted. To die and take you all with me.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
Likewise. I pray we do not meet
Yeah,
again.
please stay away this time.
You had better hope not.
Thanks, Minfilia.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
I hope, after all of that. Oh, wow.
Brave travelers, I welcome you.
We meet again, Vana. You look different.
I see. Thou didst journey unto Elpis. And now, the rivers of time converge. I know why you have come, yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it has to end? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Where emotion and memory govern all, ether will avail you naught. Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said, once. After everything I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless? That our only choice is to flee?
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Aetheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being, and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer.
God, she looks so cool.
And in suffering, find strength, and purpose, and hope. As you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee. Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong.
Yeah.
Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side, their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest. In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched. The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure.
Aww.
As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, thou didst unite a distant world on the brink of collapse. And thou, my champion. When all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope. For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power, the strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy.
Is she actually gonna make us fight her? This is Vana.
Look,
Was I right? How else would we prove ourselves? Yeah, we're fighting her.
nigh impossible is it to send mortals to the edge of the universe. Should you fail, there will be no second chance.
Are you kidding? We're fighting her?
As the will of the star, I ask of you this. Do you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you doth crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey. You must leave this star and never return.
That's quite the ultimatum.
Prepare yourselves.
Oh my god.
Prove ourselves worthy, eh? Sounds straightforward enough.
Okay, but can we do this as a team? Don't just go charging in.
Aye. No room for confusion there.
In any case, we've come too far to back down now.
We're not doing this as a trust, are we?
I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
Are we fighting this trial as a trust?
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power.
Because that's what this sounds
not
like.
quite every day.
Yeah, not quite every day.
Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back.
For the people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Oh, the music. Seriously, is this a trust?
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light. Shouldst thou emerge victorious?
That's right, we never answered her question. The Mother Crystal, now accessible. During this quest, and when using the Trust System scenario mode, you have the opportunity to take this trial with a party of scions? Some of these allies' roles will be different from those you are normally able to select. We're doing a trial in Trust. What? Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, I see. Urianger could have gone as DPS if I was a healer. And then Graha could have been a DPS if I was a tank. This is so cool. Okay, I did not expect to be doing a trial as a trust. The Sea of Stars, the Mother Crystal. Divine Light, Hydaelyn. Oh my god, this is so cool.
I, the last of my kind, shall test thee. Come, prove thy worth!
I will certainly try. Okay, but I hope you're okay.
At last, man has the strength to...
No! This can't be happening!
Wait. We better not have killed her.
Though my power is in constant flux, I have always kept a reserve for this very moment. It was a true test of your prowess. You have done well.
Okay, but...
There is one thing I must ask. By sundering the world into 14 shards, the ether of all living beings too was divided. This reduction would in theory allow us to more easily interact with Dynamis.
Yeah.
Having seen mankind brought to the very precipice of extinction, you wished for us to develop a means to overcome despair. You believed we had the potential, and sundered all creation to see it fulfilled. To deliver us to that swirling maelstrom of Dynamis in which our foe hides, and grant us the power to defeat her once and for all. Is this not true?
It is as thou sayest. 'Twas the trial to which I subjected mankind, and it hath led to untold bloodshed and suffering. There was no kindness, nor justice in the tragedy I wrought. When confronted with the almighty Zodiac, my only recourse was rend him and the world asunder, that his power be diminished for a time. And so it came to pass. Now you, my chosen, have surpassed my expectations. Surpassed me. I entrust the fate of the universe unto you. This crystal contains the memory of Meteion's passage through the stars. Deliver it unto the Loporrits. They will guide you to her.
Though they may be capable of crossing great distances, there is a vast difference between traveling to the moon and the furthermost reaches of the great expanse.
Yeah.
And unlike Meteion, we cannot simply soar on waves of Dynamis to our destination.
Indeed. To make such a journey would require an astronomical amount of ether. But a solution lieth close at hand.
You're not going to sacrifice yourself for this, are you?
Of course.
Yes, my child. Ever since I became the will of the star, the ether drawn here had slowly crystallized. They who have answered my call know it well. While I have remained hidden, it hath become the embodiment of the planet's will in my place. A faceless, omnipotent force of nature. The Mother Crystal, our final hope. Alas, I can do no more. The fulfillment of this task doth fall to you, my chosen. Now, heed these words. Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goeth one, so goeth the other. Become light, become hope. I have a gift for thee. Come closer. Long have I searched for a means to safeguard the future of this star. Though I knew failure after failure, by recalling thy tales and my promise to thee, I found the strength to carry on. Though the world is ever changing, thy thirst for adventure hath never waned. Thine unshakable resolve never ceases to amaze, to inspire. As a mark of my gratitude, I bestow this final gift. Thou dost possess the crystal of Azam, yes?
Yeah.
As Hydaelyn, I reside over the forces of stasis, tranquility, peace. The laws which impart stability to existence itself. I will weave this self-same power into the crystal, granting thee mastery over matter, to give form to the formless. Use it wisely, for it will not last indefinitely. As thou hast seen on thy journey through the ethereal sea, souls are drawn to thee. Mayhap this trait will prove to be a boon rather than a hindrance. It is thy hopes and prayers that enable Azam's invocations and give them life. So keep them close. But pray, remember this. When the way forward is hidden, even from the mind's eye, look not to the invocation, but within yourself. These were the words of the crystal's original bearer. With that, my work is finished.
I didn't answer your question.
Fulfill our promise. Right the wrongs committed when the world was yet whole. Silence the song of oblivion. Teach her a brighter melody. Show her our journey is far from over.
Are you saying Medion is redeemable? I don't know how to answer this. I want to call her Vana.
Of this, I have no doubt. For yours is a light brilliant beyond measure. Long after I have gone, though not even my soul remaineth, my love will be with you forever, my dearest children.
I didn't think we were actually gonna kill her. But I guess her mission is done. How do we explain this? I am glad to see you well, though we could roughly place your souls. Deep as you went, we can neither see nor hear you. The fluctuations in your ether near the end gave me quite a fright. What in the world happened? That is another long story. You mean to say Hydaelyn is No, there's no time for our feelings. We must carry out Hydaelyn's will without delay. We'll find Medion if it's the last thing we do. If you wouldn't mind handing over the crystal, that is, the fancy navigatory one. To the edge of the universe where congregates the despair of countless stars, you are determined to see this through? We are. Should words fail us, we will fight to the bitter end. I know it pains you to accept this. Would that I need ask nothing more of you. Yet we have only two means of travel to the great expanse, the moon and Charlane's Ark. I am all too aware that without both of them, there will be no exodus, but I nevertheless beg you to honor the agreement we made. The Forum's decision will be honored. You have earned the right to use the ship as you see fit, and I could not rescind it even if I wanted to. As it happens, I do not, and would do all within my power to aid your cause. With that settled, might I suggest you rest a while? Proving oneself to Hydaelyn is never easy, and despite our unparalleled genius, we need a day to make the necessary calculations. You may well take advantage of it. May as well. You can chart a course through the Sea of Stars in a single day? Ye gods. Shall we head above the ground for sudden fresh air then, and perhaps a nap? Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I knew going into this expansion that it was the end of this star's story, or I think that's how it was described. So I kind of suspected that Hydaelyn wasn't going to make it through the story. But I don't think I expected it to be us doing that. Aha, I've been expecting you. I heard about your foray into the ethereal sea. The students have ventured far and wide, but never quite so deep as that. Are you experiencing any after effects from your prolonged exposure? Nausea? Dizziness? Hauntings? Well, have a pleasant sleep, and if you do experience any unusual phenomena, please let me know. I shall add it to our records. Yes? Okay. Why do I get the feeling we're about to be visited by Medion? I think she's about to visit us.
There you are. Some time, indeed. Yes. For you, at least.
Hydaelyn?
Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder. Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
I'm pretty sure that was Hydaelyn. All right. I think that is the end of this episode. More crying, more feels. Kind of expected it. But oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to stop here. We'll pick things up in the next one. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you did. You can also follow me on social media, which I have linked down below. You can become a channel a channel member, fan house sub, which are optional monetary supports. I have links for those down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.